Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Blu-Roy Movies. What have we got for you today? Today, I've got a pickups video for you. Got a nice little stack of Blu-Rays there that I've acquired over the last maybe 3 weeks. Maybe is it since I last done an update? I don't know. The time goes by so quickly. Days blur into one, and I lose all track of it. But what I've also received a wonderful, wonderful gift from a good friend Larry, which absolutely staggered me and blew me away. Now, for context, I've told you a bit about myself before, but I've had quite a few new subscribers recently, so I'm sorry if I'm sounding like I'm going over again. Just to let you know, not just the context of the gift. Last year, I suffered quite a bad illness and I had to give up work that I was doing. I was working a physical job, 4 on, 4 off night shift, which absolutely no way I could have gone back to. I had a year off work while I was recovering and sort of recuperating, and I got myself a little job. I'd not say recently, but I think I've been there getting on for 6 months now. And it's a lovely little job that suits me down to the ground. I work at a local school for a company that hires out the spaces in the school for outside people who can, like I say, hire the spaces at out of school hours. So, if you like, in the evenings and weekends, people like go and play badminton, and people hire out classrooms. There's a dance school that goes there on a Saturday, and it's a lovely little job. Basically, my job is to go and open the school up, make sure everything's nice and spick and span for them. If they need any equipment, I'll set it up for them, like the badminton or the basketball or whatever. And then while they are there, I'm just sat in a little office, and it can be for quite a long time because, like, my Saturday group, they're there from 9 till 1 in the afternoon, so that's 4 hours pretty much downtime I've got while they're there. So what I normally do is I play on my phone or something like that, or read a book, but I don't watch films or anything like that. I mean, I find it's just too small to watch a film on a phone screen. But anyway, Larry, he'd bought himself a new tablet, and I wasn't expecting a parcel, or he had never said he'd sent me anything. So when the door went last Saturday and the post lady was there and a box for me, and I knew it was for Larry straight away because he always puts a French twist, if you like, on the spelling of my surname, which always makes me giggle. But anyway, I opened up the package, and unbelievably to me, Larry's upgraded his tablet and sent me his old one. So that is going to be absolutely wonderful for work. That would be perfect. I can download some films on there because the mobile connection isn't the best in the school, so I can download some films and watch some films now while people are in there enjoying themselves or whatever they're doing in the school. So, Larry, mate, I was absolutely flabbergasted. If you could have seen me when I opened it, I was really over the moon. And from the bottom of my heart, mate, thank you very much for this. It's absolutely wonderful, and I'll put it certainly to good use. I've never had a tablet before, but it looks like it works about the same as my phone. I'm not the most technological person in the world, and neither's my wife. So how we've managed to raise like somebody who's pulling up trees in the world of IT is beyond me. I think he must have been switched in the hospital at birth. I'm going to have to check his head for a 666 birthmark, I think. But yeah, it looks like I'll be able to get my head round it easy enough. So absolutely wonderful. And even more than the materialistic thing that you sent me, to know that Larry's like, you're out there and you're thinking of me and continuing to be my friend all my time, and you and James, like, we talk every day. That means much more than anything you could ever send me. And I just want to again thank you from the bottom of my heart, because absolutely incredible, and thanks very much, mate. Right, now on to the films. I've got quite a nice little stack, mainly from CEX, but a couple of other bits and bobs. Firstly, being from Amazon, they're doing a sale on 88 films and Arrow, I think, as well. 2 for 15. So I ordered a couple, but only one's arrived so far. The Blood on Satan's Claw, starring Patrick Wymark, Linda Hayden, Michelle Doutrice, who you might remember. I watched that film and Soon the Darkness a couple of weeks ago, and she was in that. Betty from Frank Spencer. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen this film years and years ago. And if it is the film I'm thinking of, I know I enjoy it. But knowing me, I do tend to get mixed up sometimes. I'm pretty sure there's a scene in it where there's a guy, old-fashioned plough with a horse, and he's ploughing a field, and he digs up a skull or something. And if that's the film I'm thinking of, then it's a bingo. But if not, I might enjoy it anyway. I'm sure if some of the horror hounds on here, the Lords of Darkness that watch me, Marcus and Ash and Tim, maybe I'll be able to tell me. Yeah, the 3 Lords of Darkness. Yeah, so I think I'll enjoy it either way anyway. Next up from Amazon, I think this went really down in price to about $7.50, and it's a film from last year that I thought was absolutely incredible. Poor Things, sort of almost like a Frankenstein tale. Yeah, I thought this was great. What's her name? Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe is brilliant in it. It's not going to be for everyone. It's got some very, very adult themes. So if that's something you like, steer clear from. Like, maybe think twice before you watch this. Quite very, very adult in parts. But I really enjoyed it, and Mrs. Blu-Roy hasn't watched this yet, so I think I'll save that and watch that with her when she's got half hour off from the soaps. You know how it is with these women. Yeah, that's good. I really like that one. Next up, now I think it was Tim. I'm pretty sure it was Tim who was talking about this in one of his videos. If it's not, I apologise, and whoever it was, please stay down below. Reckon that this is a decent possession film. So I had a look on eBay and got a copy literally for £2 or £3. Mrs. Blu-Roy, as you regular viewers, you'll know she likes this sort of stuff, so I might just pick that up so she can have a watch of it with me. Like, I know most blokes get their wives flowers and chocolates, but I'm a bit different. I'll get mine demonic possession films. That's the way I roll. There you go. And next up, a nice stack of stuff from CEX. No, Neil's just been over to this country. He lives in Canada, but he's been returning to the place of his birth to visit family and having his first experience with CEX. And he said that he probably didn't find so much stuff in there that we guys do, that his places he went wasn't perhaps very well stocked. But I think, Neil, if you watch this, you might agree that my store does have some good stuff. Right, let's kick it off with Peeping Tom, which is a film I've never seen before, but always been on my radar. It's about a serial killer who's killing people, then filming them with a camera. And it's directed by Michael Powell, who was one half of Powell and Pressburger, the directors that bought a slew of really, really fantastic films in the 40s and maybe the 30s as well, sort of Black Narcissus, The Red Shoes, films like that. Colonel, I could never remember the full title of it. It was a great film. The Colonel Blimp film, another great one from them. So I'm sure with the subject matter, I do like a serial killer film, as you saw last week. And Michael Powell's involvement, I know it's going to be a win-win for me. I know I'm going to enjoy that, and that'll be one I'll be watching pretty soon. And next up, one I'd had my eye on in CX for quite a while, and it's always been a bit too expensive, more than I wanted to pay. And these are all with vouchers, stuff I've traded in and stuff I found in charity shops, so it's not actually real money I've been buying them with. Now this was about 25 at one time, and it's gone down and down and down, and I finally saw it at 12, so I grabbed it at that. Detour, directed by Edgar Ulmer, and I've actually seen this on YouTube before. It is on YouTube to watch for free, and it's a wonderful little film noir. I really enjoyed it, and it's only quite a short film. I think it's only just over an hour. 69 minutes, so it doesn't eat up much of your time. So if you need a quick fix of film noir, that's a good one to go. So again, another one I'm looking forward to watching again pretty soon. Next up, and another film, I must have seen it as a kid, but never seen it for years and don't remember anything about it. That's the sci-fi classic Forbidden Planet with Walter Pidgeon, Anne Francis, and Leslie Nielsen. You can't go wrong with Leslie Nielsen. So like I say, I've seen it as a kid, can't remember a thing about it, but I do like these 50s cheesy sci-fi, so again, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy that one, Forbidden Planet. Next up, I watched an Inspector Calls. If you saw me weekly watches, you'll have seen that. And Alistair Sim, brilliant in that as ever. Absolutely wonderful character. So when I saw this in CX, again with Alistair Sim, again he's playing an inspector, green for danger. That's enough for me. I just picked it up on the strength of that. Don't know anything about the film. Trevor Howard as well, Sally Gray. It's Alistair Sim. Alistair Sim is going to be great. I know it is. Network release as well, so that they're defunct. So grab them. They're only going to increase in value. And another one with Alistair Sim in. And vintage classic ones. I've got to get these stickers off. Hue and Cry. Again, don't know anything about it, but I love these vintage classics. I've got quite a collection. I've got my own separate section down here. You can't quite see it. It's off camera. Directed by Charles Crichton. Don't know anything about it. Anybody knows about Hue and Cry, let me know down below. I don't mind a blind buy. I know it's stuff I'm going to like. And here's one, and between me, you, and please don't tell anybody, but I've never seen this film, and I know it's a classic. Planes, Trains and Automobiles. Yeah, I've never seen it. And I know it's a up there comedy, and I think it's probably because comedy's probably my least go-to genre, being a miserable git like me. You can tell, look at that miserable face. But this is supposed to be a classic, so John Hughes. I've seen a few John Hughes films and liked them all, so I'm sure I'm going to like this. Who's that with him? It's John... This is my ignorance of the film. I don't even... Steve Martin. Oh, okay. Oh, that sticker came off all right. Hopefully the other one was... Is it a Thanksgiving film? So I think it's Thanksgiving in America pretty soon. So maybe I'll join with my American friends and I'll watch that for the spirit of them. Planes, Trains and Automobiles. Next up, and one, again, I've not seen the film, don't know anything about it, but for the price, I think CEX had this priced up wrong. That's Brain Dead in this 101 black label, and this is the limited release, I think, which comes with the film. And a lovely little book. So for £8, I just had to pick that up just on the strength of that. Again, like you Princes of Darkness, the three of you, you know about that. Let me know down below. Is that something I should be getting onto pretty soon? And last up, and probably the best thing I've received from CX, and again, something that their pricing, they've absolutely, like, not only mugged themselves off, but the poor person who's traded this in, absolute fool. And that is the Buster Keaton short film collection for £18. Now that, at this price, is an absolute steal, because when I was looking on eBay about it, there's one, this limited edition release, there's one that sold on eBay recently for £125. I think they've sold that for 18 quid and probably given somebody a tenner for it. And why would you trade that in for a tenner? But it's absolutely fantastic release. Wonderful hard box. 3 Amarais inside there, but this absolutely brilliant Buster Keaton book, which I'm due an eye test. I need to go for an eye test because the writing's on there so tiny, but I really want to have a delve through this book. I'll get a magnifying glass. What a wonderful, wonderful release this is. And as you can see up there, I'm a big Masters of Cinema collector. I've got over 200 spines now, and this is going to sit lovely in the collection. For 18 quid, I couldn't leave it in the shop. And that's despite, let's get this book back in. I don't want to dog ear it. We're in. And that's despite spine 150, down here. That's despite I've already got it in this non-limited release that they released after the limited edition. So that one now I'll replace with that. Hopefully that sticker comes off nicely because it's in absolutely fantastic condition. So hopefully the sticker will come off. So what I'm going to do with that, Larry, he's a big Buster Keaton fan as well. So I'm going to send that off to you, mate, because I know you'll enjoy that. So that's it. That's my additions to the library. That's, again, wonderful, mind-blowing gift from Larry, who just brilliant, mate. Thank you very much again from the bottom of my heart. I hope you've enjoyed what I've done today. If you have, maybe give it a thumbs up. Maybe even subscribe. Whatever. Have a nice rest of your day, and I'll catch you at the weekend for the weekly watches. Ta-ra.